Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. This is a meal video, so meals for the past week. But what you are going to see in this video is how good homemade food can be. Last week I wanted to buy some kebabs that were on sale in the fly. I wanted to do a hack. Didn't work out. But I did have all of the ingredients here. I bought a couple things that I needed. But you are going to see how good and how easy it can be when you make items yourself. Things like burgers. Burgers are expensive. You go to a restaurant now, whether it's McDonald's or Burger King, and you're buying a burger, even buying frozen burgers that sometimes seem expensive is way cheaper and making it yourself than buying something through fast food. I totally believe that you should have a couple convenience meals that you've bought on sale at a reasonable price for those times when time is short. It is hectic. You do need something fast and right away. That also can save you money in the long run. So check out all of the meals that we had this week. I really do feel they were fantastic. And oh yeah, we had a family function. We were at a family barbecue at the very end of the week. So you can check that out too. Leftovers for lunch today. I'm just going to put this together for the both of us. We'll split it up. Here we are. Leftover last night's homemade Chinese food for lunch today. Thawing some wings out, and I think they're, probably in the middle here. They're still frozen. I'm going to season them, and we're going to cook them in the air fryer. I just got everything pulled out of there so I can clean it and get these back in. I am crazy fussy on sauces. I like pretty much zero, like maybe 5% of sauces in the world I will eat. Handsome One loves all sauces, and so he's going to make some sweet chili sauce, some buffalo wings sauce, and I said this is a spice. This is not a sauce. I absolutely do not like this as a spice. To me, it tastes like not good. But he said there is, oh yeah, there it is. Recipe for a sauce on the back. So he's going to make small quantities of each of these. And if I want a sauce, I will just use some bullseye. This as a spice. I like spices. I just don't like sauces. I'm going to actually use some of this lemon pepper. I think this is my last bottle. I think so. Sad days. They're totally still frozen. I'm starting to pry them apart. Starting to get them on here. I just cooked them for 12 minutes. I'm going to flip the trays, bottom on the top, top on the bottom, and let's do it again for another 12. All right. So not only did I flip the trays top to bottom and bottom to top, I flipped the wings on each tray. I'm going to move them around, and I'm going to use the second lowest one and put them back in just for a little bit. A plate full of delicious wings. Yum. This is cucumber, lettuce, blueberries, tomatoes, and the last of the salad topper that I had from Dollarama. I was actually hoping to get a new one on this grocery shop, and they didn't have any. I haven't seen any in there in a long time. Did anybody happen to guess what I was attempting to make when I was sharing the groceries in the grocery video? So I got the little Parisian potatoes, I got zucchini, I got button mushrooms and green pepper. I'm going to make kebabs. I was really disappointed last week that the kebabs didn't work out how the hack that I was going to do with my Sobeys points. It didn't work out like I wanted. So I thought, let's make some kebabs. I actually did get these silver sterling tri-tip steak cubes that I am going to use for kebabs. I know this says $17 $8.10, $8 off, which would be $9.10. I actually got this in a Food Hero order. It was $8.55, so even cheaper than what it would have been if I bought it in store. Yeah. And of course, the onion I already had. I'm trying to think. So let's say $8.55 and 50 cents. So that's $9. And this was just over $2. So that's $11. And so let's say $12. It was $16 and change for me to get 2 kebabs at Sobeys. So I've got about $12 worth of products here, and I am definitely going to be getting way more than 2 kebabs. I'm just thinking in my mind here, and there's going to be stuff left over because I don't think I'm going to be using all of these potatoes. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to get a little platter out. I've got enough mushrooms out, I just washed them, that would make 8 kebabs. So I'm going to kind of line all of the stuff up that would be enough for 8 kebabs. I'm going to cut the zucchini, I'm going to cut the stuff, set out the potatoes, and then we'll put everything together. I said 8, there's 6, not 8. Okay, I've got zucchini and peppers cut, and I still have zucchini and pepper left in case I want to make more, or if maybe it's just some that's left over. All right, I'm going to, that's everything. Let those rinse for a bit. A little bit more now. Got the potatoes out and the onions. Now I'm going to prep the meat. All right, I have the meat cut into some bite-sized pieces. I've got 6 skewers out and ready. Let's get these assembled. All right, this is what the 6 look like. There's no rhyme or reason how I put the items on. You can see some of my potatoes are splitting. I probably should have had these and been marinating them. This is actually the first time I've ever made anything like this, so we're going to see how these fare. I've got supplies left. I think I'm going to just make whatever I have left, make them up into kebabs. We actually have 2 trays full. The last 4 don't have mushrooms on them, so this one, this one, this one, and this one don't have mushrooms. 2 here and 2 here. We are actually going to use this stuff that I got at Gateway back, I don't know, November, for $1. We are going to use this as the marinade, and we're going to baste it on. I did soak the skewers in water, so hopefully they don't catch on fire. This is the first batch in from the barbecue. Of course, it's raining. It always seems to be raining here lately. These look really great. I'm excited to try them. You know, in hindsight, perhaps I should have gotten a red pepper just for the color difference, but they still look good. And platter number 2. These look amazing. We're going to get to eating. For lunch today, we are going to have smoothies and give this new Paradise Trio frozen fruit a try. Strawberries, mangoes, and peaches. So we will see what that is all about. And see if I like this one as much or not quite as much as the one that we had during the challenge. All right, let's see what we got here. There we go. That's the frozen part. Smoothies for lunch. They've got a green tinge to them. The fruit was a lighter colored fruit, so the green of the spinach really taking over in the blended finished product. The handsome one is going with some friends this evening, and I just threw together a little cold plate quickly so that he could have something to eat before he left. So simple supper. our little sandwich. The meals today were pretty light. A smoothie for lunch and just that little charcuterie throw together plate before the handsome one left. So I know that I'm feeling a little bit hungry, and I'm sure he will be feeling hungry when he arrives home, which is going to be soon. So I'm going to put this pizza in. So this was a frozen pizza. Where's my box? Here we go. This is one of the frozen pizzas that we had in the freezer from Gateway. The meals we had earlier today, smoothie for lunch and the little charcuterie plate that we had for supper, were not super filling. I'm starting to get hungry, and I know the handsome one will be hungry when he arrives home from the evening out with his friends. I am throwing in this frozen pizza that we got at Gateway. So this was just like a $3.99 jobby, and I have doctored it up. I added on mushrooms, bacon bits, and a little bit of extra cheese and some spinach. We're going to get this in the oven. It's really nice sometimes that we have these pre-prepared pizzas. Just kind of throwing a couple extra things on it only takes a couple minutes, but it's a real quick and easy meal for us. Perfect timing. The handsome one's home and the pizza is ready. Let it cool for a couple minutes and then I will cut it. I've got some bread started in the bread maker. You can see that is the last little bits of the whole wheat flour, and it was already mixed in with just all-purpose flour. So this needed 3¼ cups of flour. 1½ cups was the whole wheat and the white flour mix, and the rest of it, 1¾ cup, was just regular all-purpose flour. This turned out great. Very happy with it. Looks great. I'm pretty pleased with myself right now. So I cut the top off of the bread, which left me almost perfect, like loaf, store-bought loaf size. And then I very, very carefully cut some thin slices. We are going to toast these. We are going to make toasted tomato sandwiches. The bread is toasting. I've got some tomatoes cut and an extra one set out. Oh, one just popped up. An extra one set out just in case I might need more slices. Butter on mine. 1 slice mayo, 1 slice Cheese Whiz on the handsome ones. Now let's get the tomato slices on. Looks good. Salt and pepper, but I need 2 hands because they're both twist. We're going to add dill pickles. This is my last bottle out of the pantry of these Bargain Harley Vlasic pickles. $1.99, I don't know, sometime last year, like 2024. So this is my last one of this kind in the pantry. Toasted tomato sandwiches with pickles. Yes, we still have buns left from the week before we did the turkey challenge, which is crazy. They're still in good shape. Again, preservatives. What are we eating? So we are going to eat up some of these burgers that we find ourselves with a stockpile of. The handsome one is having this jalapeno cheddar. I'm having just a cheddar. And I have this tray out because these are the leftover Parisienne potatoes. I'm going to cut each of those in half. We're going to put them in here with butter. I also have cauliflower left over from the week that we had the turkey challenge. So I'm going to cut that up in here as well. And I don't know what other vegetables I have to put in here. Maybe nothing. We are going to go with some green beans, whole green beans. All right, this is what we got. I know this is probably a little bit too much just for the sides for this one meal, but all of those 2 things need to get eaten up. Plus, I just wanted some green, something green for color variety. I'm going to add some butter. Burgers cooking, veggies sizzling. It's another nice night on the lake. Actually, I say another. It's been raining for pretty much a week straight. Last night it cleared up finally, and today we had some sun. These look so good. This is Swiss cheese. And these also look so good. Very exciting. How is this even possible? I almost forgot the round bacon. So this is frozen. I pulled it out of the freezer. I'm going to quickly put 2 pieces on a plate in the microwave. Burgers with barbecue roasted veggies for supper. And I heated the bacon so great that I burnt my finger. My finger is burnt now from the bacon. Smoothies for lunch today. Banana. I'm going to add in this little mini go blueberry yogurt. We're going to have the Paradise Trio fruit with milk, a little bit of flaxseed, and of course, some spinach. These were initially quite blue, like this color. But as the spinach blended in and the fruit blended in, they turned more this peachy, creamy color. And also I forgot to put in protein powder, but they're all done now, so I'm not adding it. I am making some Kraft pasta salad. We love this salad, but the weather is holding, so I am thinking that we are also going to barbecue for supper tonight, so I want to get this ready. See an apple? Did you know that there are alternate ways to make this? And one of the options on the back, the apple cheddar, my sister makes it that way sometimes. So I am going to add the apple. I'm not going to add the onion. The Handsome One is not the hugest of fans of it in stuff like salads. So I will leave that out. And of course, we need to get the mayo out. This is looking great. Let's throw it together. Apples are peeled. Let's get them cut. Diced. Annoying. And we'll get this stirred up. And now we'll just get this in the fridge to chill. Perfect. All right, a thing is happening. I know that we made burgers and had burgers just last night for supper, but guess what today is? It's International Burger Day. How can we not have burgers on International Burger Day? This poses a problem because last night we ate the last 2 of the buns that we had. So I had to get the Handsome One when he was running an errand today to stop and pick up a bag of buns. Don't worry, we're only eating 2 now. And these buns will come off of next week's budget or be added into next week's grocery haul. These are looking good. Extra excellent on National Burger Day. All right, we're just waiting for the burgers to finish up. Pasta salad is ready. And I added spinach, mushrooms, tomatoes, and cucumbers. So a little bit of a spinach salad. I used almost all of the spinach. I hoarded back just the tiniest amount in case I want to have a smoothie tomorrow, then I have spinach for it. Here we are. Burgers, National Burger Day, Kraft pasta salad, spinach salad. Looking delicious. Mine is a cheddar burger and the Handsome One has a jalapeno burger. I just sliced some bread. I have it in the toaster. We are going to make toasted tomato sandwiches again for lunch today. They were really good the other day. Got the supplies organized. Butter for me. Mayo on one slice. Cheese was on the other slice for the Handsome One. And of course the tomatoes. Let's get them cut. Everything's looking good so far. Toasted tomato sandwiches with black grapes and dill pickles. Looks great. We are going to a family barbecue tonight, and we are bringing sausages for once in my life. It's a really easy thing to bring. I don't have to make a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm excited about this. We pulled these out of the freezer last night and popped them in the fridge. So they've been thawing in the fridge all day. And we are just taking some German style sausages. I'll try to take a little video when I'm up there so that you can see what is all there. What did you think? The kebabs were amazing. Like, super excellent, awesome. Couldn't have hoped for better, amazing. And when you think about really what I paid for all of the ingredients, like I think I worked it out like $12 or $13 in what we got. And when you consider when I was looking at them in the store, it was $16 or $17 for two kebabs. Like a meal, granted, the sizes that were on the kebabs, the sizes of the meat were like excessive. I would have taken them off of there at least and cut them in half and probably got 4 kebabs. But still, why would I pay more money to have to do more work when I could just do the work I did at home and pay less money? And they were absolutely delicious. The bacon was amazing on the burgers. Yes, I burnt my finger. It feels better now, just in case you were wondering. But they were really, really good. And when you consider the price of like what a Whopper would cost you, like $10 for a Whopper, or Whopper with cheese, I should say, or a Big Mac, or any of those other big fast food restaurant burgers. And then you think like you can buy a box of burgers and make them, even with things like bacon and lettuce and tomato and all of those other ingredients, just so much more frugally, but also they're delicious. They taste great. I think we had a really great week. I didn't take a video at the family function. I just took a picture of the food on my plate, but that was good as well. Just had lots of great stuff. Let me know what you think. I hope you guys have a really fabulous weekend, and stay tuned for Monday for our next grocery video.